So let's revisit a topic that I talked about previously and had been very controversial at the time, and that's the jump from $60 to $70 prices for games, right? We saw Sony really push this as a first party, and then obviously third party started to follow suit, like 2K with the NBA series. Of course, they wanted to push right up there, and same with EA. Battlefield, as an example, made the jump, Call of Duty from Activision, and so on there. But I had a feeling we would just start to see third parties in general over the next couple of years start to jump on board with $70 games, not just for the PlayStation, but just in general across the board. And then I thought, you know what, it will probably continue to snowball to where basically $70 is just the new norm for games. And that includes Microsoft and, yeah, even Nintendo. And it looks like we have one company starting that up now. Guys, if you enjoyed these videos, make sure that like button helps out a ton. And if you're new here to the SpawnWave Plus channel, make sure you subscribe down below. So it's really funny. The company that I'm going to point to here is one that I had brought up because they were trying to, I think, do something to get people used to the $70 pricing. That's Square Enix. Now, they had released Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4, and that was set at $60. And then they came around with Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. And they introduced the DLC as something you could buy separately, and then a $70 version of the game as like, oh, it comes with the DLC. And that's sort of what people were looking at, but I was thinking, you know what? I feel like this is a way for Square to start getting people across the board used to their games just being $70. And I think as we go into next year specifically, we're going to start to see more announcements of those $70 Square games. But they did make a move yesterday that maybe caught some people off guard because it has to do with PC. Now, the thing with PC games is they'll come out and they'll still be a little cheaper at times than like the PS5 or the Xbox Series X version. Battlefield is $60, just as an example, on PC, despite it being $10 more on their next-gen counterparts with the PS5 and the Xbox Series. But Square announced Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade going to PC. It is $70 on the Epic Game Store. I noticed that brought up some controversy or some discussion, I'll say, on the different subreddits and forums and everything there. But this shouldn't be surprising people. I was mentioning Square, I think, is trying to get people used to the $70 price because it benefits them heavily. Obviously, they are looking to make money, and the door is open now to these $70 games. I mean, people are already getting used to it for other third-party titles like NBA, like Madden, right? And we have the first-party titles from Sony that have made that jump as well. But it continues from here because you might say, okay, well, this is Remake Intergrade. It has the DLC. Of course, it's going to be 70, even on PC, sure. What about a new game that's not even out yet that is also on the PlayStation 5 and going to PC? There are a lot of people who figure, well, it'd be $6 on PC. Not quite. Forspoken had its price revealed on Steam because we got a release date, remember, during the Game Awards, May 24th. It's $70. And once again, this is what I was saying is I think as we head over the next 12 to 18 months, you're going to start seeing basically every company, for the most part, across the board that makes these larger, more expensive games, just make the jump to 70. And I think that will start to spill over to companies like Nintendo, especially as they go into their next generation Switch. I just don't see any world that Nintendo sits in where they say, well, yeah, obviously Forspoken and all these Sony titles like Returnal, those are definitely worth $10 more than Zelda and Mario. You know Nintendo. You think that's their mindset there, is that their most valuable IPs in gaming are worth less than some of these newer ones? It was interesting because at the time, a lot of people were just saying it was DLC that was being part of the package. That's why it was more money. I just saw it a bit differently, that it was something Square was trying to do to just start to condition people to be expecting that $70 price tag, whether you're on the PS5 or not. And that's, like I said, on PC currently, but Intergrade will most likely show up in the Xbox, and it'll probably be $70 there too. Some of these newer titles that I'm sure they'll be coming out with as we head through 2022 and they announce them and then drop a release date and a price will probably be $70, specifically like the larger games that they release. But I guess we'll find out as we get away from the cross-gen games and move specifically into PS5 and Xbox Series and whatever Nintendo's next system is, that territory. Will Square still price their stuff at $60? Because right now, it's not looking like it's the case, and I don't think it's going to stop with just them. I think most of the gaming industry is moving towards the $70 price point. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. Are you becoming used to the $10 increase in the pricing overall, since it's been a year now, and it seems like a lot of people have kind of moved on from that topic. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.